Hello, my name is Shuttley and welcome back for another episode of 33 as the German Empire. In previous episode we actually just about managed to hit the 200 million again in GDP. We got a bit of a potential rebellion in our hands over here in southern Cameroon. And we did get the skyscraper completed. We're also almost done with the Suez survey. That's just about a month away now, so that should be pretty good. I don't know if we'll be able to get Suez easily, but we'll at least do the survey. Hey, there's the survey completed. A survey of the Suez is complete. It would be possible to construct a canal linking the Mediterranean to the Red Sea. Let's acquire the land from Egypt. We'll make a suitable offer. Constructing Suez Canal to the Journal of German Empire. German relations towards Egypt improves by 10. Decision acquire land in C9 is now available. It is now possible to construct Suez Canal in C9. Okay. So, what does it mean then? How do we acquire land? For 9 years, 30,000. Yeah, sure. There we go. So now we own the land, and we can go ahead and start building the Suez Canal immediately. We will also probably want to get a port in here just in case, because it's kind of separated right now. There's only 142 weeks, so about 3 years. A bit short of that per year. So we're now losing £60,000 per week, but honestly, we can afford it. If need be, what we can do is we can just add in one of the luxury taxes in here and get loads of money in return. And honestly, I'm not too worried about that. Right, so then secession in here is probably going to happen. Ooh, popular playwright. I'm going to take the 10% boost for that. I suspect what I might do, I'm going to go ahead and take one of the main army. We'll send you down to Congo already. So we'll be waiting there for when the revolt happens. Still going to take a little while, most likely. Oh, and actually we'll get the defense in depth as well. That's going to be another 10% boost for the defense, isn't it? Yes, it is. And after that, we're going to get the plastics, which is going to allow us to start producing massive amounts of glass. And it's also going to allow us to start using loads and loads of oil. There's also going to be several other things that we're going to be researching in here. Of which, electric arc process wouldn't be too bad. Mechanized farming would be quite handy. We'll queue that one up for sure. And then, let's see, telephones would be useful. Also the electric railways I do want to get. Maybe the radios. That's going to free up or open up a lot of other options there. Oh, what's this then? Oh, Britain is fighting over there. Okay. I don't think I'm really needed in that one, although I could potentially hinder their attempts at expanding, but I think that might be a bit more expensive than what is worthwhile. Although we're not going to declare neutrality on that yet. Oh, and Bombay, we don't really need to take part in that one. When you have a hammer, sure, we'll gamble. Hey, there we go. It actually worked. Means that we're not going to have a secession quite yet. Hey, there's the defense in depth. Oh, right, we've got a massive amount of bureaucracy available. I'm going to go ahead and increase the home affairs to at least by one level, and I suppose we could probably increase the law enforcement even as well. State penalties and turmoil will be reduced, and a bit less radicals will be acquired as well, so yeah, I guess we'll do that. Yeah, right now bureaucracy is not an issue. I suppose what we could do is, well, we do need a decent bit of grain, although it's not really that bad of a situation. If we look at the food security, grain only makes about a quarter of the total. Groceries make about a third. Fish makes another quarter, and the rest of that is by just a little bit of meat and fruit. So not really a huge amount of starvation. Of course, with the, how's the food corporation still isn't profitable enough. They do have 19 buildings by the looks of it. Yeah, they do. Alright, I suppose there's one that is not profitable enough. And the one in Franconia. Yeah, the ones over here aren't really that profitable. Although, I suppose they just probably have a lot of wheat and whatnot. So it's maybe not, or rather there's probably not as high of a demand in here. Yeah, they got twice the local demand in production. So it might not be that profitable indeed. It'll still be good enough, I reckon, but it's potential for problems in there. Okay, so this one's, I'm not going to be able to join that anymore. Just going to declare neutrality there. We still haven't got on the commercialized agriculture, though. It's still on the first stage, even. We've got a good 52% chance of passing it forward, so I think that will start to having a bit of an impact soon enough. And now that we've got that, so the plastic's going to take another 17 months. That's going to then, of course, increase the glass production drastically. How are we doing in terms of glass anyway? We've got a small demand for it. We need another 900 or so. We also do need a lot of coal, but we are now building a whole lot of coal mines in Silesia, which admittedly does have the peasants. Well, it had the peasants to support a whole lot of it. At this point, it might not be quite sufficient anymore. Oh, and there's the uprising. Alright then, well, there's not a lot of troops, and we've got this army already in here that can get to the front line. I thought, hold on a minute. Oh, right, the second colonial army is over here. Well, you can get to the other side. I think those two armies will be sufficient to defeat them in here, unless someone else joins in on this, but I doubt they will. Sweden is even leaning towards us. I don't think we need their help on this one. I don't seriously think that we have an issue. Spanish bomb buildings. Alright then. Oh, Equatorial Bantu, right. Well, I mean, that already started, so it doesn't really matter too much anyway. Hey, progress to drafting, there we go. So law is now on the stage 2 out of 3. So sooner or later that will pass. Of course, got a load of armies there. How are we looking on in terms of... the peasants only make 170,000 of the population. Unemployed only make 7,000, if even that. So, honestly, we're doing pretty good. Do we have loads of... no, the transportation demand is actually pretty high in here. Of course, once we get the electric railways and electric trains and all that, that's going to increase the transportation quite a bit. I believe it's also going to increase the infrastructure by at least a little bit. I don't suppose there's... no, there's probably not a huge amount of things that we can do to reduce the workforce needed. The power plant over here is not really... oh, wow. 83 urban centers in Silesia. Okay. That's a decent bit. I mean, admittedly, they've got like a massive amount of industries in there. So I suppose it shouldn't really surprise me. I suspect that the motor industries over here, this automatic expansion, I could probably go out and start... well, do I need to privatize these? Maybe not yet. I think we might have another company. Or... actually, let's have a look at the companies. But is there any more that we could attain? Where the motor industry in particular? Oh, there's the landing craft. There we go. That was spreading on its own. Oh, well, there, yeah. There's a potential. There's a navy offense and submarine offense. Is there anything else that would require those? Oh, and premium motor formation speed. Yeah, that could be handy. And then they would increase the throughput bonus quite drastically. There we got several things, or at least a couple things that could use the engines or motor industries a bit further. Oh, concrete dockyards is spreading to us. Oh, right, and we're starting to do some trades with the Egyptians, are we? Right, we did get the port in there, so that at least helps. Oh, and there's the warp. Hey, automatic machine guns completed. The Devil's Paintbrush. Helmut von Moltke's use of dedicated machine gun teams in the dual uprising versus German Empire War has yielded advantageous results on the field of battle, leaving full platoons of enemies dead before they have even reached our lines. Stalwart Defender. I believe he's the leader over here, right? Yeah, so what does that actually give? That's 10% more defense. Oh, well, that's not too shabby. That's not too shabby at all. I mean, we've got a defense of 78. Pretty good. Wait, are you actually defending there? No, you should be attacking. The other side is probably defending. Yeah, well, there is technically being some advance through there, I suppose, but yeah, more or less. The art of doing nothing. Sure, I'll take another 10% boost there. We've got really good relations with the Argentinians. I don't think it can go much further than that. That is fair enough. Oh yeah, actually I can see it. So we're trying to... oh, there we go. Do all our capitulated. So that uprising is now done. Wait, we don't have active interest in Congo? Hold on a minute. That can't be true. No, we do have. One thing that we could maybe activate is Arabia. Because we are in the neighborhood now. I do also wonder if we wanted to get into Ethiopia, it could be a little bit tricky. I mean, suppose Egypt owns a decent chunk of the region already in there. About 2 of the states. Yeah, so there would be only 2 more states remaining, really. Well, actually 3, because Somalia is still different. Oh, who owns that? Oh, there's a revolt in Varsangali. Never mind. No, it looks like, someone's having a revolution. Oh, it is Liberia, okay. Speaking of which, do we still have truce with Senegal? No, we don't. So if we were to do another war, this time for the correct target, well, they do still have a guarantee of independence from Britain. But let's say, so Timbuktu, that'd be 7.4 infamy, that's not really that bad. The French would support them, Britain might not. They want to stay neutral right now. In another war, I guess. They might even accept this. We would have to fight the French probably again, but honestly, I don't think that's going to be a huge issue. It's been a while since we've been marching to Paris anyway. We don't have a huge amount of infamy to spare, but we'll do this one. Let's see how it goes. Oh, it does trigger a potential war. Gonna add in a war goal for the inner Mauritania. I suppose actually what we should really do is we should give that to the... wait, no, the Senegal, right? Inner Mauritania. The 5.2 infamy from that. And then... right, I suppose the Timbuktu... oh, right, so we're going to be taking that initially, but we're going to then give that to Senegal afterwards. So is there... well, we'll actually wait until we see if anyone else joins in before we start spending any more of the infamy. Or accumulating more of the infamy, rather. Yeah, so we still got these 2 colonies ongoing, so that's the only state that we control fully in here. Interesting. In Congo, that is. And we still need another 2 years for the Suez Canal to be completed. But that is to be expected. It tends to take a while. So no one's joined in on the war yet. If I can keep my infamy below the 75, then, well, they probably still will at some point. Let's see, Congo State. I could try to get the Ivory Coast maybe for Senegal. Or Senegal itself. That'd be a bit more than I can really... so what, the Ivory Coast is 11. That would get us to 78. So... neither one of these would really help us in there. So maybe we'll just take these 2 to connect these areas, then we can spend the rest of the infamy to start expanding into the other nations in here. Actually, I think that is what we'll do. In the meanwhile, we're already at 209 million GDP. We're still not quite as high as we had before creating the colonies, but that's fine. And speaking of colonies, how's the... oh, Lord Brewers voting, there we go. There is a loads and loads being built in our colonies, actually. Which, that is good, that increases their economies a bit further. Oh, and right, we actually haven't sent anyone to the front lines yet. That's on me. It's a good thing that we got kind of the notification for that now. So let's go ahead and send in one of these to there. I don't think we need like a huge amount of armies down there. Make that into advance front. And then it's taken the 40 battalion army. That should be more or less enough to cover these. Now here's the thing, if no one else joins in on this war, they might still give up, which means that we'll get Timbuktu, which is still at least something. And what we might do then is do the war against Messina. Take the Messina, Timbuktu, and then potentially the rest of the nation as well. And then we can give all of these to Senegal at in one go, rather than in a separate. So, although I suppose it doesn't matter that much, I suspect. Oh, and they're back down. Oh, there we are. But well, actually, no. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and that's in general, right? Colonial administration. Expand our colony in Senegal. There we go. They get a bit more territory. And then Messina. Oh, right, so we're down to 60 infamy. It's not too bad. Right, so we wanted to get the Messina Timbuktu. I could probably conquer that. That's 2.4 infamy. Would they... there's a 10% chance that they will just accept that. They might get Dahomey helping them. Which, if they do, we can just conquer that away. Sure. We'll start unifying this area, you know. And we've still got troops heading in here, which... suppose one army will probably be sufficient. Oh yeah, we got much better troops. Most of our troops are now heading back to Germany. But this way we can make sure that at least the border between Niger and Senegal is somewhat clear at least. There's no partial states being split between them. Unlike over here in... Well, they haven't really done much colonizing into... Is this part of Congo still? Hold on a minute. No. Congo only reaches there. So what? There's this one then. Ah, okay. So it goes all the way there. Well, fair enough. So yeah, we've got a little bit of enemies over here to contend with, but they probably won't get help. If they do, then, well, not really a problem. Some of our armies have already returned. I think one of them is still on its way back north. But yeah, so we've got... Oh, wait, no, this is just getting in here. Right, so it has yet to arrive to the front line. The enemy troops' quality, of course, is going to be much reduced. And if we just, you know, connect the areas here one way or another, just conquer all of this. Oh, right, that actually reminds me, I should probably go ahead and add in another war goal. Conquer state, and that would be Eastern Mali for Senegal. That's 8.5 infamy, and 71 total. Well, that's not as manageable. And then, yeah, if the homie joins in for whatever reason, I don't think they will. If they for some reason do... Ooh. Top-down management. Middle managers will be a thing of the past. Enactment success chance. Or... You know what? Yeah, we'll take that one. Now we've got 78% chance of passing the law. Which we are on the last stage already there, so it shouldn't be too bad. And yeah, our troops are so much better over here, so we'll probably defeat the enemy quite a bit. I mean, technically speaking, manpower-wise, we are roughly equal. Hey, law enforcement to level 4 and home affairs to level 3. There we go. That should also start reducing some of the radicalism happening from the movements and all that, which is quite handy. And as well as just in general, the effect of turmoil, which I don't think there's a huge amount of turmoil right now anyway. At least not in my territories. Some of the colonies might have their own problems, but that's less of an issue, quite frankly. So do we still have... Oh, right, so we need to have 5 subjects total for that goal there. And our nation only holds... Or empire only holds 5.6% of the global population. No, we need 40 for that one. So that would be the achievement, I believe, from the hegemon. But unfortunately, I don't think we'll be getting that one. We'll give it a go, but it's unlikely... Oh, actually... oh... Can I? No, I don't think I can turn that into primary anymore. But I suppose since the war started, it doesn't really matter. We'll have our combat starting very shortly. And our side, I suppose we've got the German-Nigerian army as well helping in there, which is better than the local armies in here. So our colony will be helping with the fighting at least a little bit. Oh, and there we go. That's, oh boy. That's going to be a bit of a massacre, quite frankly. Now, there's 2 more steel mills being built. Right, actually, what do we need in desperate quantities? Coal is one of those things, for sure. Grain we do need a lot, and some tobacco. But beyond that, like, most of the things aren't really that bad. And if we have a look at the value of the market, we actually make 670,000 profit compared to the things that we buy and things that we sell. So, yeah, that's not too shabby at all. There's another combat over... Oh, the enemy's got a plunder as well. That's gotta hurt. Wait, is that... Oh, Estonian uprising. From the Baltic colonists. Oh. I wonder... No, they would not want me to support them. Oh well. And Japan's having a revolt as well. Declare neutrality on those 2. Hey, commercialized agriculture, finally. That should basically move the landowners into obscurity soon enough. They got 5.2% still, which means that they are still influential. I suspect that that's probably not going to be for too long. And that might also increase the standard of living a little bit. I actually wonder... If we take a look at some of the subsistence farms, for example, so what does it actually mean? The basic production, the home workshops, so that does provide a bit more of the consumer goods. I've got the free peasants. Right, so we didn't get the homesteading. Oh, right, so that changes peasants to farmers. Okay. Well, still a slightly different modifiers, perhaps. I mean, actually, can we see what did it actually do in there? New production methods. Oh, it's the free peasants. Okay. So I'm guessing... Hold on a minute. The tenant farmers, was that still... No, that was also free peasants, so it doesn't actually change too much other than allow internal migration for peasants, as well as reducing landowners' power. Right then. Well, good to know, good to know. I'm guessing our war... Oh, right, the enemy is already down to 0 war support. I wonder why. Well, that's one of the states already conquered. I believe that was the capital. For some reason, they will not take the peace quite yet, but that's just a matter of 1 or 2 combats in here, and we'll probably control all of that state as well. Oh, we've got a bit of pursuit going on in there. Okay, it's 26% only. There's going to be another 3 combats, unless they give up before that. Which, admittedly, they might, considering they're losing war support 18 per week. So 2 more weeks, and we'll basically be able to enforce the peace for them. Oh, Haiti is having an uprising. There we are. So we have a small pocket over here, which we're going to actually just go ahead and give that to our colony. Expand colony in Senegal. There we are. Nice and continuous area there now. It's not quite enough to go through the entire gap here, I suppose. To go. We've got Western Mali. That would be 3.4 infamy. Who would join in on that one? Not really anyone. Alright then. So you got only that one state anyway. So that's 3.4 infamy. That's not really that bad. So we'll go through and connect the area. Oh, right. You don't actually need to go back to Germany. You can just return in here. Wait, is this part? Oh, 11th German army. Oh, I don't think we need this one. There's no troops for me there. But yeah, so we'll just, since we can't get too much from Senegal right now with the truce and all that, we'll connect these areas with other methods then, I suppose. We'll just go through the middle. We can also then perhaps connect to the Dutch Guinea over here. That might help. Hey, central planning. Oh, it's the telephone switchboards. No, we don't have telephones yet, so we can't really use that one. But that does increase taxation capacity further. And government dividends efficiency is going to increase even further. So right now we still got over 40 million in the gold reserves. We could have up to 43. But yeah, it's not too bad. The investment pool is at 12 million right now, so perhaps it's time to increase our construction speed even further. Let's go ahead and put in a couple more levels. Actually, we'll go put that in Westphalia right now. I know that they don't really have the workforce for it. We'll get another 2 in there at least. 2 is admittedly quite a small amount, but it's going to get us pretty close to 900 total construction speed already. Oh, and actually, we're almost getting the plastics. Well, well, well. That means that the oil rigs will finally be profitable. Or properly profitable, rather. When is the elevator spreading? Alright then. And there's the plastics. Right, let's have a look. So we've got quite a bit of these. If we were to switch all of these to houseware plastics, that's going to be a huge amount of glass. It might mean that some buildings are not really as profitable. What I'll do is I'll do that one. And then we can maybe go for bone china on all of them as well. And I'm guessing there's going to be a huge demand for oil now. Yeah, we need about 2,000. Okay. Well, Hanover, we can probably increase the production in there. We can get that to 20 quite easily. Actually, we'll go for full 30. And we've got 15 months worth of construction right now, I believe. Isn't too bad. But yeah, 895 construction speed. That's pretty decent. We're having a small bureaucracy issue. I guess what we could do... Wait, who's... Oh, Britain is enforcing military access in Portugal. Okay. That's a bit of a surprise. Right, so we've got loads and loads of construction or government administrations already in Brandenburg. We're going to go ahead and build another 10. That's going to be more than enough. But that's going to give us so much... Oh, plastic production completed. Well, there we go. Plastic production. The switch to plastic in our glassworks is set to revolutionize the industry. Plastic is the future. Well, Belgium Belgium hates us. So we'll take the glasswork throughput in there. We're already 210 million in GDP, which is not too bad. We're having a small drop there right now. It could be partially because we are doing a lot of, well, a little bit fighting and whatnot. So that's probably having some impact there. How's the population looking like? It's almost 700,000 per year increase there. That's not too shabby. If I have a look at the total population actually in charge, so North German make it 59%, South Germans make it 21%, and Polish make it almost 6%. And 3.6% from the French, Alemannica 2.3%. After that it gets fairly small portions there. And there we are. The war has started. Now luckily it is only one army in there. Well no, actually it's two armies, but they're irregular, so it doesn't really make much of a difference whether there's one or two armies in there. And the German Senegal will be increasing in size quite a bit. Eventually there's probably going to be a few revolts in there, I reckon. With all of these fights. I mean, eventually things are going to get better, but right now I suspect that it's going to take a while. So we never did manage to get the Colossus fair, did we? Rubber discover in celebs. We could try pushing the Colossus fair again. Rule 4 would oppose that. They're marginalized, so it doesn't really matter too much. Red units would also oppose that. So that's not really great. Could of course try to go for like a presidential republic or something. The church and the landowners would oppose that. Landowners would get radicalized by that one. Well, both of these would radicalize them. I don't think we initially want to... Well, I suppose... How bad is the situation with the landowners? I only got 5%. Actually, let's have a look. Marginalized group. Okay, yeah, it just needs to go below 5%, so they won't really be around for too much longer. So wait for a little while. And once the landowners are no longer influential, we can then start passing the one of the other laws. I mean, I don't necessarily mind keeping the empire going, quite frankly. We haven't really, like, roleplay-wise, we haven't really had a reason to switch away from the empire ship. Ooh, got a bit of a shortage of oil right now. Right, let's go ahead and queue up a few of these oil rigs then. Get 5 of them built immediately. Which doesn't take, well, it does take a little while, about 3 months, but it's not too bad. In the meanwhile, we are about to win the war in here, I guess. Let's actually have a look. No, they would not take the peace deal quite yet. Oh yeah, the oil demand is suddenly very high. Alright then. Oh, there's also opium is in high demand. Oh, I could import some from the Egyptians. True, and there we go. That's a victory. And now I can go and I suppose it's easiest to do through here. So expand our colony. And there we are. So what do we have? About 70 infantry. We could maybe go and wait for a little while before we expand further. Just to make sure that there's not going to be like a huge amount of revolts happening in the rear over here in the meanwhile. Oh, they don't really have a port connection in here at all yet. Which is one of the reasons why I kind of do need to go through all of this. So let's actually have a look. Carta. If we were to do a bit of a conquest over here. That'd be 3.7 infantry, so that would still keep us below the 75. They won't really get help from anyone, so you know what? We'll go and do that. Might as well. And we may need to go ahead and send in the army... Yeah, this army back. So the refused demands, they don't really have much of an army, so yeah, there should be relatively simple conquest there. That's going to be adding in another... Actually, is this part of that same state? It is. Alright then. But yeah, I do also see that we are actually out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.